Good afternoon, everyone. As I go over onto the shoulder. How's everyone doing? I feel like it's going to be a full moon or something because there's been some bizarre incidents with traffic. It's like the big rig in front of us. He passed us in with oncoming traffic. Just insane stuff like that. It's like, what are you guys doing? Big rig should know better. So we, I don't know, what have we all done? Oh yeah, we slept at home last night, right. So we unloaded in Penticton in the morning, drove to Kootenay Innovative Wood in South Slocan. We're headed to Modern. Will not make it tonight. Just have to sleep somewhere. I'm thinking between Hope and Abbotsford somewhere. It's my guess, but I'm not 100% sure. Well, I don't know if we'll even make it to Hope. Maybe Manning Park somewhere. In there somewhere. But it's a beautiful day. It's been raining on and off. Find your bears. I haven't seen bears in Manning Park for a while now. It's been spring there for a bit. I saw a couple. But... Oh yeah, guys, by the way, the truck's overheating. So I let my boss know, and he just goes, okay, so the temperature is plus 17 outside, and they cleaned it out 2 days ago, and you're overheating. Just goes, is that what you're telling me? I'm like, uh-huh. And not only that, I'm not even a maxed out weight load. It's a fairly light load for a fully boxed out load. We're several thousand kilogram below max weight. He just goes, great. And then there was no comments for a while, and then all of a sudden comments come back and go, they didn't actually do what we told them to do on the weekend. They didn't pull the rad out and actually flush it, steam clean it. They just took the hood off and pressure washed it from the front. Did not do what we asked them to do. All they did was drive the dirt further into the rad. Makes it work good for a day or two. It's definitely not overheating as much as it was last week, but we'll see by the end of the week. Yeah, it's definitely a lot cooler temperatures. It's like plus 17. Last week was plus 30, so. But yes, plus 17. Not even the max super below. Should not be overheating. Should not be a thing. Should most definitely not be a thing. IRL Penticton. Got great things to say about them. Jewel Lake. Maybe we'll go kayaking there sometime. How far is this from home? Yeah. 2 hours?
I guess about 3.
2.5 hours? That might be worth driving up here on a weekend. Yeah, it's going to be silly busy. Silly busy this weekend. It's Canada Day weekend, so. Greenwood. I can't remember last time I shot this town. It might have been last week for all I know, but I'm shooting it again if I did. Yeah, I know you guys have been asking for a video of me strapping and tarping, so we are starting to figure out where and when to do it, type of thing. I've got to put a GoPro mount on my helmet. I'll record, so we'll get that out there someday. GoPro mount on the helmet will be. The GoPro mounts are on everything we own, and on things we don't own. My mom's vehicles have GoPro mounts on them. The quad has GoPro mounts on it. Our pickup has GoPro mounts on it. Our kayaks. This big rig has GoPro mounts on it. And we don't even own a GoPro anymore. But we still use the GoPro mounts. They're much better than any of the other mounting systems I've seen. You use the Sony Action Cam with GoPro mounts. Looks like he's done for the day. Setco there on the right hand side. Always parks his truck there. He just does short runs. Like 50 feet away from a crosswalk. If you go stand there, I'll stop. And then you can cross. This is not that busy of a highway, so she's probably not going to stand there for very long. I cross where there's not crosswalks either, but don't expect traffic to be stopping. Oh yeah, salon open. And a car wash.
I would have turned that ice cream place that's closed to
Yeah, ice cream place is closed. I don't know, that place is so busy in the summer. It's a shame that place closed.
and you could have come down to a nice salon and ice cream.
Ice cream and salon together?
Well, if you do a car wash, you can do ice cream.
Don't speed up yet. Always do that here. It's like, okay, we're out of town, I can speed up. No, it's still 50, still 50. Then it's 60. Now, as soon as you come over this hill, you want to go do 80 right away. It's like, nope, still 60. See right here, the truck just pushes downhill and you end up speeding. Gotta be on your brakes every time. Then you can cruise. weather's definitely looking pretty stormy. It's beautiful. Yeah, I know, we keep dodging between all the weather. On Paulson it came down pretty hard rain there for just like half a minute. And there was like slushy snow mix hitting our windshield. I don't know if it was sleet or hail, but it was that hail that was maybe melted. Nah, I don't know. It was when it was hitting the windshield, it was breaking into many little pieces. So I don't know what it was, but it was definitely sloppy and wet, and definitely still frozen. I can't say it was snowing, but it was definitely slushing. Definitely got a vibration in the truck. What's that? Oh, there's goat on. Couple of goats out. Goats out of the fence. Tame goats. I'm gonna have to definitely keep an eye on the tires. I feel like it's a steer tire, because it's just slightly there. It's just a slight vibration, and I definitely feel a slight vibration in the steering wheel. It's not a big vibration, but there's definitely a bit of a vibration. I also feel that when we take a right-hand corner like this, the vibration isn't there, it goes away. When we take so all the weight gets loaded to the left-hand wheels here. Then when we make a left-hand turn, all the weight gets loaded onto the right-hand wheels, and that's where I feel more of the vibration. So I feel it's a right front steer tire, but I don't know for sure. It's just barely there. I can just barely feel it. Enough for me to go slightly annoying, but completely manageable. So keep an eye. I've been looking at the tires. I don't see anything wrong with the tires. But if all of a sudden I see any irregular wear, that's where. I got 2 new tires yesterday in Grand Forks. The one that was bulging, and then its partner was down to 6/32 anyway, so got to replace both anyway. 2 new tires there. The tire that was leaking, just barely leaking. It's like it's not even noticeable. You've got to have soap water. They didn't fix that one. It's still leaking. The tire's down to 6/32. They're like, the amount of money it's going to cost to fix this tire, 2 weeks from now you'll be throwing both of these tires out anyway. And with a leak that slow, with the automatically filling air, like my trailer tires have the Tire Max pressure system in it, so I'm never going to have a flat tire due to a leak that slow. They're like, we just suggest you run it until it's worn out. It's like, good enough for me. You guys are the tire experts. I'll definitely keep an eye on that tire, knowing that it has a tiniest leak. See all the black lines there? You know people come around it too fast when you have all the black lines approaching the corner as you go into the corner. Could use some rain so we don't have any more of these bugs getting these big splats. Our flag is still flying. The very edges are frayed a little bit already, like just the seams. The actual flag isn't frayed yet, but the seams around the edge have broken. So far it's still there, flapping strong. 2 days in. Well, looks like an RV's got all his awnings out and camping chairs out. I guess that's where he's spending the night. Midway. Midway is the midway of our video. I shoot less videos when you're with us, because I'm not so bored. When Jess isn't here, I shoot a lot more video, right? Because I'm like, I got nothing to do. Who am I going to talk to? You guys. I got to talk to you guys. Oh, who's parked there? Sutco truck. That's, I don't know his name. I thought it would be Anthony, but it's not. It's the guy that unloaded at Greenwood today, right in front of us. That was truck number 2. We were truck number 3 unloading today morning. Truck number 1 is ahead of us somewhere too, so we all have very similar runs. He loaded at Klesnikov, this guy that was parked here, and he said he was headed to Richmond as well. So all 3 of us unloaded in Greenwood today morning, and we're all headed to the same location. So I've passed 1 out of the 3. I'm no longer in 3rd place, so I want to be 1st place, so I'm unloading before they are. So we'll see if we pass the other truck today yet. Yeah, a lot of the drivers like a lot of. I'm not a typical truck driver. I'm just not. A lot of truck drivers stop early in the day and call it a night earlier than I do. If I'm not tired and I have hours, I'm gonna drive. They also complain their paydays are small too, yes. But I don't have a problem with people stopping early. If that's your style and you're tired and you're worn out and you feel you can't run anymore, well then stop. It's better stop than... What am I doing 70 and 100 zone? Stop talking to you guys, huh? Pay attention to the road, eh? At least I'm going too slow instead of too fast. It looks like the roads are wet here, so must have rained here. We once again drove around it. I want the rainstorm. Let's get a free truck wash already. Wagen. I feel I talked about Wagen like this week, so I'm sure I shot video down this road this week. Hope I'm not boring you guys with the same route. When did I talk about? Maybe that was Sunday going the other direction. I'm shooting the same road. Didn't think of that. Sorry, guys. For me, this road, I know this highway inside and out, all the way from the Alberta border. Well, you know what? Halfway into Alberta. I know Highway 3. Highway 3, I know. Basically, all the way from Medicine Hat to Hope, I know Highway 3. Oh, that's the other driver that fueled up with us at Petro. He's a driver from Germany. I'm not racing him. I'm racing a different driver. Can't count him as a truck passed. I'm trying to chase down driver Anthony.
Seems like everybody's stopping for dinner. These are hot logic today.
Hot logic today?
Yeah.
How long is it going to take? Throw some food in the hot logic. Oh, you're going to throw pizzas in the hot logic, and we'll have some pizza tonight for fresh homemade pizza.
Yeah.
Naan bread pizza.
And chicken, bacon, cheese sauce.
Ooh, that sounds good. I'll pull over right now so you get started. We'll be pulling over as we get close to Soyuz, the brake check there. We can pull over there. There's a rest area right there at that brake check, so we often go into the rest area instead of the brake check. It's a handy place for a rest area. It's pretty busy though yesterday when we came through there. A lot of people having picnics there. It's like, oh, I was not expecting lots of people in here. Like, keep that in mind if I'm pulling in Super B into here. Will there be space for me to get through? As long as people are nearby and they can move their vehicle, it's okay. But if people park and then abandon their vehicle, that can start getting sketchy for me. I'm sure I recorded this part of the highway and called it the boring part of the highway. Was that a different part?
No, this is the same part. I know you do so many videos.
I do so many. I don't remember anymore what I've shot and what I haven't shot. I need a big map and start marking sections of highways that I've recorded and go, nope, I can't record those sections. I recorded that last week. Dry erase board with a map on it. Take permanent marker, draw a map on it. Then take that dry erase and mark down the parts of the road that we've driven, that I've shot video. That's never gonna happen.
3 hours later.
Lots of people at the golf course. They have food there. Golf courses very often have very good food. We've gone to golf courses just for supper. climbing out of Rock Creek over here ahead, those hairpins. I shouldn't overheat here. It's not that bad yet, but shouldn't overheat here. If we overheat here, it's plus 19 down here. It'll be cooler as we go higher. If we overheat there, then I quit. I'm just parking the truck. I'll probably overheat Mine Hill climbing out of Princeton. Mine Hill, I'll probably overheat there. That's a big hill. I'll have to be selecting gears early, heat on, earplugs in, windows open. Most likely that'll be manage the heat of the engine hill with a bad rad or dirty rad. Maybe it is a bad rad, who knows? I know, I'm looking forward to my next truck, that's for sure. But having said that, we've got some guys with brand new trucks those brand new trucks are in the shop more than they're on the road too, so. All trucks, when you travel this many miles in one day, every day, 5 to 6 days a week, you're gonna have problems. There's gonna be a lot of mechanical problems. This truck has 516,622 kilometers. So, over 500,000 kilometers. Those 500,000 kilometers are all mountain kilometers. I've got friends in the prairies that brag their trucks have 3 million kilometers. It's like, you run flatland. My kilometers are all in the mountains. Passing lane 2 kilometers ahead. Yeah, I'll just call it a slow lane. I'll be climbing slowly. That project there, that building went up really quick and then just stopped, so hopefully they're going to keep going. It's like one day there was nothing there and all of a sudden, boom, there was a foundation and a part of a structure up, and then it just stopped again. It's like, maybe it's a weekend thing too. They only build on the weekend. A little old cabin it's for sale, right along the river, flood out, get eroded. I don't know if I'd want to own a place on the river like that.
Wake up one morning, it's kind of strange.
It's like, hey, I'm feeling a little seasick getting up in the morning. So, why is everything wobbly? Look at the window, you're floating down the river. No, thank you. I've got to talk to CVSE when I have a chance. I'm going to pull over and talk to. See if there's a phone number I can report unsafe drivers to. But for the most part, I mind my own business. When I see a truck driver do something stupid, I'm like, yeah, okay, did something stupid that was not very wise. But when it's downright dangerous and may kill other people on the road, you can't let that kind of stuff go. And I don't have a phone number I can call and let them know, hey, this driver's doing something really, really stupid. Yeah, our forklift driver today was asking, he wanted to know a little bit more about the laws about strapping and stuff. He just goes, he feels uncomfortable with how some of the trucks are leaving the yard. Lifts of lumber. A couple deer there again. I saw the deer here, same place in the morning. Lifts of lumber, belly wrap with one strap. 16-foot lifts of lumber, one strap. That is not safe. That maybe end up that bundle may end up on a minivan somewhere, crush a whole family. I keep saying that legally strapping down a load of lumber legally isn't doing the trick, because I've seen a lot of crashes where the lumber has been strapped down legally, completely 100% legally, and it still didn't hold. So guys that are going under the legal limit, I call that extremely stupid. More deer up there and inside the fence, left hand side. And that fence is not stopping any deer, barely an inconvenience. Hammer down. Oh, I should have four-way flashes on, shouldn't I? Keep going, guys. Got lots of room still. Get past me. Now I'm going to merge in. Even now there's enough room. I don't see anybody else behind us. Okay, that vibration is driving me nuts. Okay. Violence may have solved it. Second half of this part of the climb done. Basically, this is the very base of climbing Anarchist. It's a short little climb here. It's like Anarchist is really split into like 4 separate climbs. This is where that road was sliding down the mountain last year. Seems to be holding up pretty good this year. See blue sky down there to the left. Blue sky. was looking forward to storms, not blue sky. Good thing we're driving away from that. Let's drive away from the blue sky. Where's our hail? Give me a hailstorm. Give me a tornado. Tornadoes don't do well in mountains. The clouds are forced so many different directions that it's hard for any rotation to get started. The cloud movements are so turbulent, you can't get a proper rotation going. You can't really get tornadoes in British Columbia. I mean, they do happen on the very rare occasions, but the mountains mess the air currents up too much to get good rotation going. Once again, the road looks really wet here, so we've missed the rainstorm. We keep missing the rainstorms. Oh, it's looking pretty dark there. Might be in luck there. Let's aim for that dark spot there. Definitely see the streak, so it's definitely raining right in front of us. I'm just afraid we're going to be heading too much north and be missing it. Nobody coming behind us. Still have a chance to pass if someone pops up. Nope. Okay, I'm merging. Oh, someone just popped up. Too late. Ran out of room. So there's a drop deck Super B at the brake check. Drop deck Super Bs always have such small little tires on them. I'm not sure. So if it's a smaller tire, you can carry less weight. I believe that's how it works. Smaller tire carry less weight. So the only reason to have a drop deck like that would be to be carrying a light load, like if you're focused on straw bales or something like that, where you want to have an extra bale so you can get a little higher, a few more bales on, and you're still not overweight. I think that's only like something light like that. If that's what your business is basically aimed at, then buy a trailer like that. But we've got big tires. Most of the time, we run out of our weight limit before we run out of space. Today we ran out of space before we ran out of weight. That's why it's not a max weight load. Engine's starting to get a bit warm here. I think we'll be okay. We're almost to the top here. Wow, that's not true. We're almost to the top of this little part of the climb. Then we got a little flat area. The engine should cool off pretty quick in that flatter area. And then next climb, each of the climbs has like a little flat spot between them that the engine can cool off on. Should be fine. Couple raindrops. Just teasing me, that's all. Just teasing me. Here's our flatter area. Always found this place beautiful too. Doesn't have big mountains, but really rolling hills, like big rolling hills, big viewpoints. It's beautiful in its own way. Always think of the Microsoft background screen that it used to have in the day. What Microsoft version Windows was that? Windows 98 or something like that. You can see her climb up there ahead. White line headed up. That's us. That'll be a nice slow climb, so I think I'll let you guys go for that. But it's starting to rain a bit. Hope it rains a little more. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I guess Jess and I were both wrong where we were going to pick up and deliver.
We were off the day.
Yeah, we were off for a day. We were right. If we had guessed this today, we would have been correct. Tomorrow will be a Timber Mart to Nelson run. Timber Mart Langley to Home Hardware Nelson, or a 2-drop. It'll be 2 drops. It'll be 1 drop in Castlegar, 1 in Nelson. Concrete blocks. Okay, that's Jess's guess.
But from where? I don't know. There's some spots again.
Pick up concrete blocks going where? Nelson. Okay. We have similar guesses, but different kind of load. Mine's building, so I guess they're both building supplies, but mine's more like insulation and 2x4s and lumber and mix of stuff like that. Cool. Join us tomorrow to find out.
That jinx.
Can you jinx? No, no jinxing allowed. No. Definitely not. Definitely not. Thank you guys for watching. Hit that thumbs up if you enjoyed. We'll see you tomorrow. And smile. Life is better that way. Okay, spew out raspberries. Fine, be that way.